Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CPCA Backstage Pass podcast. I'm your host this week, Sarah, and joining me this week, we have Brianna Tucker again. How are you doing, Brianna?
I'm doing great, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing just swell. I'm so glad to have you back on the podcast. It's always so fun to have you. All righty, now let's get right to it. Today, our guest is a senior theater major in the acting concentration, also earning a double major in English and a minor in music.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. She is the secretary of Side Stage, Temple's student-run theater organization, and has participated in Temple's productions of The Wolves and this year's New Voices PYP Festival. We are so excited to welcome Talia Speak.
Woo!
How are you doing, Talia?
I'm good. I got a good night's sleep and I'm happy to be here.
Yay! That's always a good sign when you can actually get some sleep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let's get right into it. So, since you are a theater major, we always like to ask the theater kids, what's your favorite Temple show that you've attended?
Ooh, that's a great question. Probably, I thought when I saw Sideshow that it was incredible, like professional quality. I don't know if you've heard that one before as an answer. I'd be curious, like your list of answers that you've gotten. But oh my gosh, it was so great. Like all the performers were excellent. And I just thought like it was just really well done. I'd never seen that show before. So it was just like along for the ride. It was great.
God, totally. I've actually gotten that one a couple of times before. I think also just because like it was my my second show that I saw here at Temple, but the first musical, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like no, me too, probably.
I was like, wait, what? This is like big kid theater. Yeah, it was so good though. You're so right. Going off of that, what's your favorite show that you've seen in Philly?
That's also a great question. Probably Dance Nation at the Wilma. I don't know if either of you got to see that, but it's just such a good play. Like I love reading it and it was amazing to see it come to life. Oh my gosh. Like
so bummed. I missed that one, but that is like one of my favorite plays. It's so funny, but so like heart-wrenching, and it's just so good. So good. Ugh.
Yeah, I grew up doing dance too. So like just to see the stage set up, like half of it is like the studio space and then you have the dressing room, and it just brought back like a lot of nostalgia. It was really nice.
Aww, that's amazing. Again, since you are a theater major, I don't know if we've made that clear. But I'm sure you have to do lots of rehearsing for shows or monologues or scenes. So what's your go-to rehearsal spot?
Ooh, I do a lot of rehearsing just like in my room in private. I don't like go out in public to rehearse, but if I'm doing work with a scene partner, I usually go to the upper lobby because there's often not a lot of people there, and like there's tables, and I don't know, sometimes people are walking through for classes, but it's okay if you're just like in it.
Yeah, I love the upper lobby. It's kind of become I'm in acting 5 in the mornings on Tuesday, Thursday. So right after that, there's a couple of us who are like commuters or like it's a far walk from home, and we all have a Zoom class right after, and we all just sit there, and it's like become our little office space. Just like take hostage the upper lobby of Tomlinson, and it really is a great space. All of the windows, like there's lots of natural light, which Ritter does not have. So
no,
you gotta try to find those natural light moments throughout the day. But yeah, a lot of people have been saying that their own room is their go-to rehearsal spot. I think with COVID and everything, and yeah, sometimes it's nice to just be like in my little room doing my little exercises.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your favorite class that you've taken at Temple?
Honestly, I really enjoyed like both of my theater history courses, which I know it's like not everybody's cup of tea, but I just really enjoyed both classes. I had my first one with Michael Osinski. Sarah and I took creativity basic with together our freshman year. And then I took history 2 with Lindsay Goss, who I think most people take with her. And theater history 2, I took it on Zoom, or I guess not even on Zoom, it was asynchronous, but it was online. But it was like one of those classes where I actually looked forward to like doing the readings and like watching her little voice threads every week. And I just feel like I learned a lot, and I didn't really know like the kind of breadth of knowledge that is really helpful, like as a theater major. So it was both helpful and like interesting and fun for me.
That's awesome. Um, so as an acting concentration student, you have to take all of those wonderful acting electives. And I was just curious, which acting electives have you taken so far?
So I've taken, let's see if I can remember all of them. I took advanced speech, which is definitely a really helpful class. And I've taken dialects, which is so fun and also really helpful, and just different from anything else I've taken, I think. Um, I've taken musical theater, voice, and acting, which you can take as a non-musical theater major. They'll offer it like some semesters, and that was super fun. I was really looking forward to that course, and it was so worth it. Um, I feel like I've taken the fourth, like I feel like I finished them, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, it's probably what I'm in now. I'm currently taking acting for commercials and industrials and voiceovers with Sarah.
Yes. I was just about to say, oh my God, I'm taking that class too, but we sit together.
Yeah, we take it together.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I know. I just think it's so cool how many acting electives they have here, and you can kind of like choose your own adventure and take which classes are more geared towards your path, which is super, super fun, super awesome. So talking about classes, I think you probably have to take the most amount of classes I've ever heard anyone have to take here at Temple, being a theater major in the acting concentration, an English major, and a music minor student. I think that's crazy, and you're amazing. So what's it like doing all of that, being a double major with a minor and a concentration? And like, how do you just keep track of everything?
Well, I didn't add the double major until I guess last year. I think I added it like over COVID. And I mean, the reason I decided to add the English major is because I was taking English classes. I thought I would like have a minor in it. And then my minor classes were done. And I thought, well, I want to keep going. Like I really enjoy kind of having this mix of like more traditional academic like English courses and then my theater courses. And the way that the theater major works too is like you have to have that exploratory concentration. So like three of my English classes counted towards that. So it's not like they're pretty compatible in terms of like checking off requirements for the other. Um, I also came in with like a fair amount of credits from high school, so that gave me a little more flexibility to just like take what I wanted. And it turned out that what I wanted to take like fit into kind of that arrangement of like major, minors, and concentration. So I really like enjoyed my semesters and like my course loads that I've taken so far.
That's awesome. What's your favorite aspect about each major slash minor that you're in?
Well, I love like you touched on it, Sarah, but I love how like flexible the theater major is with these kind of concentrations that you can choose to take, because you can like kind of like pick and choose what kind of acting classes are appealing to you. And even though I've fulfilled the like four electives that I have to take, I'm still hoping to continue to take more because like they've been so much fun and so helpful. Um, I just I love like in my English classes just being able to like, well, it forces me to read, which like is really helpful because I think if I don't have a class, it's like forcing me to read. I might not incorporate it like into my life as much. And so I think like all my professors have really picked like great material and like a great selection of things that I like might not pick up on my own like otherwise. So that's what I really love about my English classes. Um, and then honestly, with the music minor, it's kind of the same thing as like the theater concentration. I think that it's so flexible, like what you want to take. Pretty much all you have to do is take theory and then you just fill in like 15 credits with whatever kind of like history or performance courses you want. So I've been able to take like intro basic level piano and guitar. I've had like two classes for each of those. And that's just something I would want to do on my own time anyway. So being able to like do that with kind of my college career is really exciting. And it's great to be able to go like, oh, I have this English class and I have all this reading to do, but then in an hour I'm gonna sit down and like practice my guitar. That's so fun. You get to do that.
That's awesome. It seems like you really like, I just love that. Like you're really taking advantage of Temple and everything that it has to offer. And you're just a super smart student. So
As
that's
you
awesome.
should.
Yeah, as you should. You should do everything. Talk to your advisors. Do everything that you want to
Yes.
do. That's what you got to fill it all. You got to fit it all in here, right? You only got 4, maybe 5 years. So not only are you a busy student, but you're a busy person as well because you are a part of some student orgs here on campus. Can you talk about those?
Yes. This year I'm on the board of Side Stage. Woo! Um, and that's been really fun. It's like a great group of people this year, Sarah included. And this year I'm also co-producing the annual Ben Vargas Short Stuff Festival, which has been a great experience. I've learned a lot, and it's just been really cool to be able to like have a leadership role in kind of organizing this festival that I love, that I have always like really admired about Side Stage. It's like one of my favorite parts of Side Stage. So to be able to kind of be in like, you know, the production team side of that, and to be able to have a hand in helping the shows get what they need, like figure out their schedules and their casts. It's like been really rewarding, although it is a lot of work. You know, it's work that I enjoy doing and that I'm glad that I've been able to do this semester.
That's awesome. Um, so again, you wear many hats, you do many, many things here at Temple, and you're also a student worker. So what's it like being a writing tutor at the Student Success Center?
Oh my gosh, I love being a writing tutor. Like one of my, I think, best decisions that I made was applying to work there. I think the Student Success Center is honestly like such a great place. They have everything, basically like anything you could need, they offer there. And I just work in like one small part of that, which is the writing tutoring department. And I think if like I wasn't working there, I wouldn't know just like the extent of what they offer. Because honestly, you can come in at any stage of the writing process. Like I get to work with students on brainstorming ideas for papers, just like breaking down a prompt. I like work with students sometimes on more creative projects, which is so fun. I can work with them on like personal statements and their applications for grad school, which is so exciting to see because, you know, they're so invested in that writing in like a very different way than you might be for like an essay that you have to write for this one class. But I do a fair amount of those essays too. And it's nice to be able to help in some way and like sit down with someone for an hour and just like really like, you know, pour ourselves into this one piece of writing. But it's great. And I think everybody should take advantage of it, even if you don't think you need to. Like it's just valuable and it's free, like it's included as a student at Temple. So why not? If you have an essay like and you want someone to look over it, come in at the writing center. We're all really nice.
That's amazing. What days do you work?
I work on a Wednesday and Friday mornings this semester. So
Oh my gosh.
book an
I might
appointment
have to
with
come
me.
in. I'm like, I heard you mention something about grad school applications, and I was like, oh yeah, I should probably be getting on to that.
I got you, Sarah. I got you.
And I get to hang out with Talia. I mean, come on. What more could you ask for? Um, so in your little Google form that you filled out for us, you wrote down that you've also had some experience outside of Temple, with your internships, which is awesome. I mean, like, I already think you do so much here. Like, your resume is packed, and then I read that you're also branching out beyond Temple's campus, which is just crazy, crazy amazing. So, can you talk a little bit more about your internship experiences?
Yeah, I've worked with a couple of different theaters and a couple of like internship roles. A few summers ago, I did a literary internship with Theater Horizon. And I think I didn't even really know what a literary internship was like until I had that experience. But basically, I just read a bunch of plays that they were considering for their season, and I got to kind of write up like a little critique about them and look at kind of the logistical information of like how many actors does it need, where is it set, like the kind of very basic like dramaturgy, I guess. So it was just super cool to be able to be in their offices and see kind of how like a day-to-day how the like day-to-day life is at a theater, kind of that daily like theater admin job. But also I got to do something that I love to do anyway and that it's really helpful to do as a theater student, which is just read a bunch of plays. And I got paid to do that, and it was awesome. So if you ever see a literary internship position, like they're great. Definitely look into that. And it's work that theaters need people to do because obviously they're looking through a lot of material in order to choose their seasons. And then last summer, I did an internship with the Nashville Children's Theater. I was not in Nashville. I was at home on my computer, which I guess it's one of the silver linings of having so much still be online, is that you get to expand beyond what's just available in the Philly or the greater Philly area. So I said, I really am interested in working with the children's theater. And I looked up the children's theaters kind of in the United States and found the Nashville Children's Theater. And it was so great. I got to work with them on some of their, again, like daily, like theater admin things that they needed in terms of, scheduling classes and getting feedback for classes. But then I also got to sit in with teaching artists on their classes, and I got to teach a little bit and work with students and young campers that were doing classes with their online programs. And it was just really fun to get both of those elements in one summer of work. It was awesome.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
So inspiring.
Yeah, I know, right? She's crazy. She's crazy. She's just the coolest.
Like I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Brianna, calm down. You're a sophomore.
You got this, Brianna.
You got this. You got this. You have nothing but time. Nothing but time. But also, like, this is just a message to all of our Temple listeners. Like, as Talia just said, you have to like seek out these opportunities. So like, yes, there are amazing things that you can do, but you kind of have to do a little bit of digging. You kind of have to do a little bit of planning and a little bit of work to get these amazing opportunities. But these opportunities are there, just even on Temple's campus or just a little bit beyond. Like Theater Horizon is just a quick train ride away, which I love Theater Horizon. I did camps with them when I was little. And
oh, that's so cool.
yeah, it was my cousin and I, because we live kind of in that area, and we would do their little like create your own play and do it with the campers camp groups, and it was always a blast. So much fun. But yeah, there's just so many opportunities, and especially like as theater students, like theater can be theater admin, theater design, theater production, acting, like teaching. There's just so many things that you can do with theater, and it's just awesome to get to explore all those different avenues. So amazing. Thank you for talking about all of your different experiences. That's so cool. So I know you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but our last question is, give us that little 60-second spiel or however long you want it to be about the Ben Vargas Short Stuff Festival. Like, when's it happening? Who's in it? What plays are happening? What's going on? Like, just give it to us.
Yes. Please come and watch the Ben Vargas Short Stuff Festival. It's streaming online, and it's premiering this Friday, November 19th at 7 p.m. And then it will be up for your enjoyment and your viewing after that. It's featuring 5 short student written plays. They're all excellent, and they're all very different, which is one of the great parts of a play festival, is that you get a little bit of everything, right? There's some really, heartbreaking, heavy stuff, but then you get these nice moments of levity, and all of it is just like a really worthwhile experience. And They're all new student written plays written by Temple students. They're written by your friends and your classmates. So you should definitely come out and support. Brianna is one of our actors in the festival. So you should definitely come and see her. She's excellent. I had the pleasure of sitting in on their rehearsal the other day. And I'm just like really excited for us to get these filmed and presented. And also, this festival is a fundraiser for the Cancer Research Institute in honor of our dear friend Ben Vargas. So please consider donating. Our Venmo information will be found on the festival slides themselves. So please consider donating also as you enjoy the shows.
And where can I get this link to watch this show? Where can I find
Oh my
it?
gosh, we have a Google form, and you can fill out that form and we will send you a link. Check out the Side Stage Instagram, which is TU Side Stage. Yes, it is. Sarah's nodding. So follow us on Instagram at TU Side Stage to get the link to the ticket form. And we'll be posting the link there as well. So yes, get your tickets today.
Amazing. It sounds like a wonderful experience. I mean, I don't know. I'm not,
Totally unbiased opinion.
Totally unbiased. I think it sounds really cool.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. I think you all should go see it.
But yeah, the Ben Vargas Short Stuff Festival is always such a good time. There's, like Talia said, especially this year, like there are so many different plays and they're all going to be so good. And I personally am just so excited to see these amazing works and the actors and what the directors and stage managers have put into it and the dramaturgs. It's going to be awesome. So to wrap up our episode, what we like to do is play a little game. So we like to do a little challenge with each of our guests. So we do a Temple this or that, which is like Coke or Pepsi. And so we ask some Temple questions, some questions relating to your major, some just general this or that questions. But the catch is that you have to answer them all within 60 seconds.
Okay.
So we've had a really good streak of winners with everyone like being able to get through the list. So it's kind of crazy. We didn't think that many people were gonna keep winning. So I don't know how many questions. I might have added like one or two more questions than usual because people have been zipping through them. So my lovely co-host Brianna is going to be asking the questions, and I'm going to have the little timer. Okay. So is everyone ready? All righty. I'm gonna start it in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, student center or food truck?
Food truck.
Richie's or Saxby's?
Saxby's.
Ritter or rehearsal hall?
Rehearsal hall.
Acting or singing?
Acting.
Wawa or 7-Eleven?
Wawa.
Wawa or Sheets?
Wawa.
Charles or Paley?
Charles.
Monologue or scene?
Scene.
Tomlinson or Randall?
Randall.
Center City or Fishtown?
Center City.
J or H?
J.
Film or theater?
Theater.
Drama or comedy? I'm sorry.
Drama.
Classical or contemporary?
Contemporary.
Play or musical?
Play.
Primrose or Gatsby?
Oh my God, we had one left. We had one left. You have to answer the last one though, because I had to.
That was on me. I'm sorry. You could have got that. I'm sorry.
No, that's amazing. Well, I didn't think she was gonna answer the last question anyway. It was kind of
I couldn't answer the last question.
The last question was Primrose or Gatsby, which are the names of Talia's 2 cutie cats. So
I can't choose. That's cool.
I know. I like to be evil and put like one super duper hard one on there for everyone. So I had to do it. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much, Talia, for being on with us today. We had such a great time. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. It was so fun getting to know more about you and all of the amazing things that you do. And of course, please come see the Ben Vargas Short Stuff Festival premiering at 7 p.m. on Friday. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be super fun. You will not want to miss this amazing event. As always, thank you so much for Brianna for stepping in with me today. I appreciate it so much. I always love having a different co-host on with me, and Brianna is just amazing, and I'm sure you're going to be seeing a lot more of her because I hear she's going to be taking over the podcast next year or something when Ben and I get out of here. So you got to be ready. Brianna is going to be amazing. She's going to do amazing things with this podcast. So thank you.
Over.
So thank you so much, ladies, for being on with me this morning. So much fun. And as always, follow us on the CPCA advising account. It's at CPCA_advising on Instagram to stay up to date on all things Backstage Pass podcast and just advising in general, because priority registration is over. Can you believe it? But you can still visit the advising office. Just because walk-ins are done, you can make an appointment. You can come chill out. You can see us on Zoom. The advisors are always here for you. So come visit us. Come check us out. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for watching.